What's up, everybody? Man, I hope y'all are having a good Saturday. I know we were all patiently waiting for this game to get done, so we could get over to the next, to the playoffs, and just get ready to this playoffs and get to the next steps of the league. But yeah, so I'm just gonna do a quick show and go over from what I've seen. So far as league play, obviously we had a pretty good game between Slick and Smitty there as we get ready to advance. I did go through and just kind of double check because I know we have commissions on the team as well. But I think for the most part everybody's away from the PlayStation. But I did check. Looks like all games have been played. We may have a minor hiccup here when it comes to having a potential CPU team getting into that first round. But I'm gonna go ahead and sim it, and then we're gonna go straight to it, discuss it, and then go from there. So. We are going straight into this playoff picture. Looks like I got a commit while I was away, so that's nice to see. Gonna go straight into this playoff picture and just do a gentle breakdown. Looks like the Heisman winner was a CPU. Thank God it was not Smitty. We definitely didn't need Smitty getting him another damn Heisman between both leagues. That would have just never heard the end of it. We are going straight into the playoffs. Looks like me and Isaiah are going to be playing in the first round. I don't know how happy I am about that, but we are going to have some bowl games as well. I'm going to go ahead and set those settings back to their accurate position of injuries being on. That way we don't fuck anybody, or actually don't benefit, I should say, anybody into this playoffs. But really quickly, going to go straight to the picture itself, talk about the bracket, and then get these channels posted, and we'll go from there. As I stated earlier, one of the hiccups we were going to have is having a team in that 12th spot for CPU. I'm just going to go ahead and put that on myself. We probably definitely could have set enough force of losses in position to definitely benefit us from not having that happen with CPU. But at the same time, I got to turn those conferences off, so I'm on championships off, so I'll take ownership for that. But we'll be fine going into this season. But this is the current playoff picture as far as league play. Slick is going to be the lucky person to get a bye week in the first round, so definitely. He gets a lot of luck there. Then you're going to have Ohio State and Quag going against his best friend Steve with Tennessee, myself, and Isaiah playing Kansas State with Clemson. And then congrats to DTZ. I mean, let me tell you, the way this thing started, DTZ was extremely pissed to not get Miami. Somehow, some way, he gets into the playoff picture and sitting at 9-3, and he will be going against Florida. And I have no idea off the top of my head who's playing with Florida. I believe that's somebody that's working for like an RL company. He does something with drop shipping or some shit. Obviously, you can see the top four currently sitting with TCU with Wizard Kelly, Smitty with Indiana, Colton with OSU, and then you have Mark with Penn State. So just going to give a quick breakdown on each game. Because obviously I'm going to have to switch because we do have an advance that's supposed to happen here in a few minutes as well. So I'm going to start at the bottom with Florida and Mississippi State, and I think it's going to be pretty simple here. It's going to be very simple here. We're just going to go ahead and say congratulations to Top. He's going to make it to that next round to go up against Mark with Penn State. The next game between myself and Isaiah, honestly, it's kind of an either way type of game because I've seen what Isaiah's been able to do against some pretty tough teams in league play with that Kansas State team. I'm not going to sleep on Isaiah at all when it comes to gameplay because, the dude just knows how to play the game, and we've played each other enough from a matchup standpoint. There's going to be some understanding there. I should get past him, but just because he's got Clemson, or Kansas State, but we'll see how that plays out. Tennessee and Ohio State, obviously this is going to be the most friendly matchup of the first round. Qual's going to be the dog shit out of Steve. Yeah, Steve walked into the first round, and he's going to go back home packing with those Volunteers. And then we're going to get to that next round. You're going to see Slick going against TCU. This is a matchup that I really want to see. The guy's undefeated with TCU, Wizard Kelly, and so would like to see what that matchup turns out between him and Slick. I'm actually going to lean towards Wizard Kelly if Slick goes out there with the same game that I just watched him play against Smitty, especially in the second half. Most likely, you're going to have an Ohio State versus Indiana game. I don't expect Smitty to have the same kind of game so far up to this point that he has been able to have with certain users. I don't expect Quadago in that game playing a crazy amount of zone to impact some of the things that Smitty likes to do on the offensive side. I mean, this game is going to be a defensive game, but we'll see how that one plays out. But I do expect it to be Qua and Indiana against Smitty. And then, of course, getting into that quarterfinal, it's going to be my. I can't bet against myself. That's just, I don't know who does that. But having my game against Colton, Colton just made it to a natty over in LOC with Texas, and now he's looks like he's trying to make a run with Oklahoma, which is obviously the last team you'd ever want to play with, in my opinion, if you're a fan of the Longhorns. So that'll be a tough game. It's going to come down to the not making turnovers, obviously, against Colton. But this may be where my story ends, but we'll see how that plays out. And then it's definitely going to end for Top. Yeah, Top's going to get to Penn State. Congratulations on getting through the first round and getting those Florida Gators through the playoffs. But you are going to run up against Mark. And let me tell you, HB Direct, cheater, whatever you want to call him. When it comes to Mark, he's about to put hands on that ass, hands and feet. And I don't think this game is going to be close. You're going to have Mark and most likely Colton in the semifinal round. And then I just believe you're going to have – I'm not going to lie. I think Smitty's going to get past Qua if they play each other. So I'm actually going to go with Smitty up against either Wizard Kelly or Slick. But I do believe Mark is about to get lucky and, unfortunately, get a damn title. So I think there's 5 potentials that can stop him up to this point. Again, it all comes down to that game between Qua and Steve. And again, Steve's obviously sitting up in that top 10 right now, so you can't just doubt him. But I don't got my dog up there right now. I don't got him up there right now. I'm just gonna be honest. I think Qua about to put hands and feet on Steve. So we'll see how this plays out. But this is the playoff picture. I'm gonna get the picture, get everything posted as far as league play. Yeah, I'm gonna get everything posted as far as league play, as far as the channels are concerned, for the playoffs. If no one else can, I'm actually just gonna post this in the pics within the chat, and then we got bowl games as well. So if you want, just give me just a second, because like I said, we got a couple of advances happening at the same time. Obviously, we want to go over to that top 10, really top 25, just to see how things ended. This is something that we're going to try to address next season, of course. As CPU did well. But, I mean, hell, some of that is CPU and some of that is also just users getting put to ass. And again, one of the tough parts about having that CPU game, as you can see, there's 2 users that ultimately most likely would have been in that playoff picture between Benny and Alabama, and then, of course, Austin with USC. So most likely, just looking at this picture, it would have been Benny in that 12th spot with Bama. But hey, guys, that's the show. Man, hope best of luck to everybody in the playoffs. And, man, we'll see y'all soon. Peace.